Hi and welcome to a 5-minute maths video on simplifying surds. When looking at simplifying surds, it's really important that you know your square numbers. So we're looking at 1 squared, which is 1, 2 squared, which is 4, 3 squared, which is 9, 4 squared, which is 16, 5 squared, which is 25, and so on and so forth. If you don't know these yet, it's really important that you learn these before your maths exam, as they're going to come in really handy with some of the work that you're doing. So when we're looking at simplifying surds, then we're looking for a square number that is a factor of the surd. So if we look at root 8, we can write this as 4 times by 2, with 4 being the square number that is a factor of 8. This can then be rewritten as the square root of 4 times by the square root of 2. We know that the square root of 4 is 2, so we're going to rewrite this as 2 times by root 2, which can then just be written at the end as 2 root 2. Looking at the second one, again we're looking for a square number that is a factor of 27. So my square number here is 9. So I'm going to write this out as the square root of 9 times by 3, as 9 times 3 is 27. So again, following the last example, this becomes the square root of 9 times by the square root of 3. The square root of 9 is 3, so it's 3 times by root 3, which is just 3 root 3. The last one, again, my square number that's a factor of 75 is 25, so I'm going to write this as the root of 25 times by 3, as 25 times 3 is 75, which becomes root 25 times by root 3. The square root of 25 is 5, so it's 5 times root 3, which is 5 root 3. Go ahead and pause the video here and have a go at these 5 questions. Here are the answers to those questions. Hope you got on okay. If not, go back and have a look at the beginning of the video and see where you went wrong. Sometimes you're working out a question and you're left with something that looks like 2 root 12. All we've got to try and remember here is that this is just the same as 2 times by root 12, meaning that we can then just simplify the root 12 part of the question. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Again, try and remember that we're looking for a square number that's a factor of the 12. So this is 2 times by the square root of 4 times by 3, which is 2 times by the square root of 4 times by the square root of 3, which is 2 times by 2 times by root 3. I can now just multiply the two 2's together to get 4, times that by root 3, so I get 4 root 3. This second one, same sort of idea, so this is 4 times by root 32, so I'm going to simplify the root 32, so this is 4 times by the square root of 16 times by 2. So this is now 4 times by the square root of 16 times by the square root of 2. The square root of 16 is 4, so I've got 4 times by 4 times by root 2, which equals 16 root 2. The last one, again, 7 times by root 125, which is 7 times by 25 times by 5. So this is equal to 7 times by the root of 25 times by the root of 5. So 7 times by 5 times by root 5, which is equal to 35 root 5. Again, another 5 questions for you to have a go at. Go ahead, pause the video, see how you get on with the answers that are going to come up. Okay, so here are the answers. I hope you got on okay and you're feeling a little bit more confident about surds. Check out some of my other videos to help you with any of your other problems with your GCSE maths, and I hope you do well in the summer.